is a fixture.
Really?
Yeah, when you wanted to get beer, you couldn't buy it at a grocery store or gas station. You had to go to the beer store.
Is that just like an ambiguous name?
No, it's literally called the beer store. Big, bright orange sign with white lettering that says the
beer store. Yeah, I've been there a million times.
Now,
That's
you can
where
get
I go.
it there, and you can get some beers at the LCBO, which is where you get your wine and liquor.
See how he said that? He's got Canadian in him right there.
LCBO.
Oh, he's got the O in him.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
And the thing is with the beer store, the hours are kind of locked in. I mean, they typically close about 9 o'clock at night, so it was not uncommon on a Friday when you went to the beer store up in Toronto where guys would walk in there with hand trucks and literally wheel out 3 or 4 cases, or as they call them, 2-4s.
No, it's twofers. Yeah, twofers.
No.
Could you not buy it on the weekends?
Well, the hours were very limited, and they were closed on Sundays.
Ah.
And, Canadians, I mean, you might as well run out of water if you're going to run out of beer. So, but the beer store is actually in danger because there's a new wave of sentiment supporting the notion that you should, in fact, be able to buy beer from other places, from grocery stores. And then on April 16th, Ontario actually announced that after decades of debate, beer will be offered for sale in some grocery stores. But Ontario is not the only province looking at ways to make buying beer a little easier. British Columbia is looking at it. Alberta, Saskatchewan, where
I know
Bob's
where I am from.
Everybody is now looking at maybe we should allow this to be sold in other places. If I'm the beer store, I'm a little worried about this.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I mean, talk about cornering the market, and now there goes the monopoly.
So I can't go to Publix and get the beer?
No, you can't do that up there, Sancho. There's no Publix up there. There's Loblaws, but there's no Publix.
What?
Loblaws. That's the big. That's the Publix.
Bless you.
Of Canada. Yes.
Thank you. Now, I remember up in Vermont, the laws are a little wonky when it comes to that. You can't buy liquor and beer in the same spot. You have to go to the liquor store and then go next door to the beer store. So you'd have that whole separation thing. Did you hear they passed the growler law? They allowed us to sell 64s now?
Oh, that's great.
They worded it a little different towards the end, but I don't think this is the end of it, so I'm not that excited. I mean, it's not like I go out buying 64 ounces of beer anyway, but most of the time. But I think we won a little bit of a victory here with in the craft beer community. So
that's good news, but it's like I said, it's bad news for the beer store. I always like going to the beer store up in Canada, though, because it was a magical place. You walk in there, and then you walk in these giant coolers, and you pick out your beer. Now, when you pick it out, they go and fetch it for you. You walk back out to the storefront area, which is no larger than this tasting room, just about this size. And as you ring up, they all come out on this metal conveyor belt.
Yeah, it's a conveyor belt. That's great. Yeah. It's almost like a Home Depot beer sale.
It is. And when they come out on there, you hear that noise of the metal clanking as it rolls down. Yeah, and it's just a magical sound. It's that preamble to drunkery.
So it's like going to the airport.
Sweet tea.
It's like going to the airport without the body cavity search.
Yeah. So you just
unless you ask for
your
it.
luggage.
Unless you ask for it, then I think if you tip extra, they may give that to you.
And I don't want to go.
What? But we're running a little late already, and we don't want to be late for our next guest. So before we end this segment, let's end it the way we always do, and that is with the Badass of the Week.
Badass of the Week. Badass of the Week, yeah.
This is a great story. Talking about limited hours. Apparently, this 4-year-old did not have limited hours for her field trip. So basically, and I love the way the story starts out. The 4-year-old grabbed her purple raincoat, slipped out of her house at 3 a.m. in the morning in Philadelphia, hopped a bus in search of a Slurpee.
What? The little child did that?
A 4-year-old wanted a Slurpee bad enough that she left her house at 3 a.m., got on a bus. The bus driver said, he noticed the girl. He's a father as well, so he wasn't worried for her. He called the police and kind of took care of her. But he said he found her adventure just hilarious. And why wouldn't you? Who doesn't want a Slurpee at 3 a.m.?
What's odd to me, I didn't realize that buses still ran at 3 in the morning. Where was this at?
This was in Philly. They don't run here. But in towns where you have the public transit, they're probably still running.
3 o'clock in the morning.
That's...
And how lucky, I mean, those parents have just got to be utterly just horrified by the fact that the child was able to make it out. And how intelligent is the child to be able to wake up, figure out how to get the hell out of the house, and how bold is that kid?
Unless he's Peter Griffin.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to murder the children and harvest their organs for beer money.
Okay. Well done, Sancho. Thank you.
Wow.
That's enough of that. Stop. Get off the board, please. What did you do? Is this what you did today? I know you did nothing today.
He
did
spent
you?
all day
No.
coming up with. He spent all day wanting to oversample the radio show.
Sorry.
Anyway,
You
so
do a hell of a
here's
job,
to
Sancho.
here's to the 4-year-old that decided that a Slurpee was well worth getting on a bus at 3:00 in the morning, braving the intrepid homeless people,
Well, I will say,
the crackheads, the drunk people from the bar, the whores.
I've wanted a Slurpee at 3 a.m. many times. I'm usually drunk, so I can't speak for a 4-year-old on this one. But when you want a Slurpee, you want a Slurpee.
Did you stop and get one when you were walking home from Stacy's bachelor party?
No, but I should have. I did have a pack of candy in my pocket, and I was eating those on my
so
walk.
what exactly happened when you had to walk home?
So yeah, my lovely, beautiful, amazing wife decided that she was going to go out with the girls, and apparently Christina.
Hold on a second. This is how you got to start it off, guy. Going, you know.
I was going to say that too. Anytime you hear the music, you always start out with this very sad, you know.
Let's try this again. Ready?
You know.
Perfect.
It was a Sunday morning at around 3 a.m. and
I know this because they were kicking us out of the bar.
I'd had quite a bit to drink, and apparently so had my lovely wife, who was too drunk to come pick me up. So I decided I would show her by walking 4.5 miles home.
Bitch, please.
To this day, I don't know who I showed, more, her or me, being a dumbass walking 4.5 miles. But
Here in the Cranial Mission Show, we do not recommend the marital advice of Caleb Crispy.
No,
as that was
Hey,
obviously
hey,
an idea that,
hold on.
that backfired.
Hold on,
badly.
hold on.
Yes.
I just hit 3 years this week.
Congratulations.
Suck it.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry, but you go with your bet. So.
I think she's listening, so it's congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, good one.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Anyway, on that note, it's time to go to a quick break. When we get back, here on the Cranial Mission Show, we have the pleasure of interviewing Ron Aber from Global Marine Exploration. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right
Treasure
back after
hunting,
this.
baby.
Are you tired of riding public transportation and bumming rides from friends? Let Wang & Wanda School of Driving get you off the bus and behind the wheel. Wang & Wanda will help you get your license with one easy lesson. Our instructors are as good as it gets when it comes to operating a motor vehicle. Wang has years of experience from driving in the most populated areas in the world. And Wanda's defensive driving skills are second to none with her lifelong experience of driving in the hood. Take a listen at these two in action.
Okay, roll your speed. Turn your brake on and take a left at the right.
Which is it? Left, right?
I said right at right. Off with the rubber guard. Pull over. Let me drive.
Safety always comes first with Wang & Wanda.
Okay, honey, just give me that light. Let's keep it at 40 now.
Speed limit's like 65.
Don't you sass me, white boy. I got no insurance on this car. I say drive the car 40, drive the goddamn car 40. Let that son bitch off.
Wang & Wanda will teach you their special techniques, including wide right turns, rolling stops, driving and texting, sudden merging, and getting your lean on. You'll also master disrupting four-way stops, driving slow in the fast lane, not using your blinkers, and a full array of vulgar hand signs. Visit Wang & Wanda's driving school online to get started today.
Well, Andrew, you've lived a pretty good life, it seems. Let's just take a look. No murder, no adultery, no stealing, not even as a child. Very impressive.
Well, thank you, sir.
In this new age, you have to be accountable in all facets of your life.
Well, what else is there?
It is time to check your browser history.
A dirty browser history may keep you out of heaven, but don't let it ruin your legacy here on Earth. At Legacy Lock, we believe your secrets are no one's business but yours, even in death. Our patented heart monitor notifies operators the moment of your passing within minutes, so Legacy Lock teams can swarm on your home and office, removing any embarrassing material. We don't like to divulge our trade secrets, but you'll rest assured we'll be in and out, and no one will know. You're going to die. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Call Legacy Lock, and your cookies won't crumble you.
I got these three friends I think you all should know. They are the hosts of the Cranial Emission Show. You got Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, and the Reverend Joey T. Like Friday nights from 7 to 9 at ESP. So tune us in on your radio, because I know you'll love the Cranial Emission Show.
Welcome back to the Cranial Emission Show, folks. Broadcasting like we do from time to time, quite a bit actually, from ESB Brewing here in scenic Tampa, Florida, 333 North Falkenberg Road, Sweet D.
Ooh, Sweet
My mic's kind of going on its own over
407. 14 different beers to choose from behind the bar. So come and visit us. Go and talk to the lovely Nicole or the gorgeous Genevieve to get you a pint of one of ESB's finest. And if you want to call in, you want to interview our guest that I'm about to announce, you can do so at 813-438-6068. Guys, we have the pleasure of being visited by Ron Aber from Global Marine Exploration, Inc. These guys are out there doing a job that a lot of us as children, we fantasized about. The notion of trying to find hidden treasure, trying to explore the oceans, and this guy lives it over here. Ron, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here. I really enjoy it.
It'd help if I put Ron's mic on.
That's why we are amateur radio guys, but we do the best we can.
Well, we don't have paid staff. But
that is true.
Good job, Sancho.
Sorry.
Okay, so Ron, tell us about your organization and give us a little rundown on the variety of pursuits that you guys engage in.
Well, we've been in business quite a while. We're probably number 2 or 3 in the industry. We travel the world. We have done work in the Dominican Republic. We are now currently working off of Cape Canaveral in the permits that we received from the state of Florida. We survey, we look for, and we find sunken treasure ships from as old as the early 1500s.
So sweet. That's so cool. I love it. You're in the right spot, too. We are a pirate-themed bar. We have pieces of 8 hammered into the bar. So you're in the right spot.
We love treasure. We love it. We love the whole business of it. It's exciting. We follow all the rules and regulations, but there's nothing more exciting than knowing that you can wake up in the morning and literally make $1 billion in one day. There's very few businesses that you can do that in.
That's awesome.
So take us through the process in terms, or as they say in the Commonwealth, the process. Of how you begin the average hunt. I mean, I would assume you've got some kind of lead source on this.
Well, first it starts with a lot of research because you have to know basically where these things went down, where these shipwrecks went down. So it takes a lot of time, a lot of research, sometimes years and years of research before you even start going out and looking for the shipwrecks. Then you take a very expensive equipment called a magnetometer and side-scan sonar, and you go out into the ocean into areas that you believe the shipwrecks are, and you start very boringly pulling them through the water, almost like mowing the lawn. And you basically mow the lawn out in the ocean, and you spend hours and days and days and weeks doing the extremely boring work, looking for a little blip in the radar screen that tells you that there's some type of anomaly down there, some type of metal.
So you mostly find big, nice piles of rocks and stuff like that kind of raise off the surface? Because sometimes I know you really can't get an exact picture of it. You're just more of getting an elevation, a sudden elevation kind of thing?
Yes, correct. Most of the time we use magnetometers. That finds us most of the wrecks, and that is nothing more than a very expensive and very large metal detector, and it only detects ferrous metal. So
you're almost doing like a thing like people that would hunt for dinosaur bones would use like a GPR or a ground penetrating radar kind of thing, and you're sending pings down along with running the magnetometer across the way.
Well, the magnetometer actually sends pings down and penetrates deep down into the soil, down below the ocean, and as much as 10 to 15 feet below. Into the sand.
No way.
And it picks up anomalies and shows you where the metal is. That's just iron, which would be cannonballs, anchors, ballast piles, that type of thing. Then you have to send divers down, and then they check to see if it's trash or if it's a regular shipwreck.
Excellent.
I would assume in this line of work that you guys have